What's up, Stuke? There we go. What's up, Reese? It's a Sunday afternoon. The house is empty. I'm working on this video. I thought, why not go live? Maybe because I'm hoping to get distracted instead of working on this. But I am excited to work on this. I don't have as much time these days to do it. And I have a few hours this afternoon to do it. So I figured since I have this open and I'm sitting here, I might as well come on and see if anybody is around this morning or this afternoon. I'm distracting you. I just got a phone call, guys. I'll be right back. You guys can talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. I'm back, guys. Can you hear me? I'm not even sure if the mic is working. I like Reese's Pieces. That's great. What the heck was I doing? Oh yeah, I just animated Satchel Paige. You guys can't see it. You can kind of see it. At this point with this video, I spent most of my time, the past, like, I want to say 3 weeks or so, just writing it, thinking about it, writing it, occasionally looking up images, but mostly focusing on the writing, because once the writing is figured out, which is honestly the hardest part, this part is the fun part. It takes more time, but it's I don't know, it's easier to do this when the thing's been written. So I've got most of it laid out. There's still a lot of stuff that needs to be figured out. But I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm doing stuff in this video that I've not done before, which is always, to me, fun. Trying to find new ideas, new ways to do things. This is the sort of mundane stuff. It's not that exciting to watch probably, but it's exciting for me to do. It's kind of therapeutic just to be able to sit here and do this. I guess still got to work out the timing of this. Yeah, this is taking too long. Let's shorten that. I mean, I'm just guessing at this point because I don't know how long the narration is going to be. That's better, but this is all sort of just rough guessing at this point. Max can personally hear me, but he's not vouching for anybody else. What's up, Larry? Where do I rank peanut butter M&Ms? I can't remember the last time I had a peanut butter M&M, but I get Reese's Pieces all the time. So do with that information what you want. Mookie, yeah, please go ahead. Make any suggestions that you want. In fact, Mookie, there will be, and I'm not going to spoil it for you, but like file this in the back of your head because this video is not going to be done for, I don't know, another week or two probably. There is a Mookie Easter egg in this piece. I'll say that. It wasn't intentional, but as I was doing it, I was like, oh, that's Mookie Chilson. So I'm sure you'll find it like pretty quickly. But I'm not going to show it to you today. Eight more frames on the Satchel and Dobie rookies. Slow that down. Wait, speed that up. Back a few frames. Yeah, right. Change the music. No, I don't like that track. Change the music, right? It's the thing everybody likes to do is change the music. I don't have any Leaf cards. I really need to get, like, putting this video together has made me really want to get, I mean, I always wanted to get Leaf cards, but now I really want to get them. What am I doing here? That's the wrong button. We'll do Jackie last. We'll do Larry next. Anybody have any strong opinions one way or the other on the Leaf cards? Anybody have any Leaf cards? Brian knows I'm the president of the Leaf Haters Club. Really, Max? If I cared enough, I'd go over there and put you in the timeout. But I don't care enough. So you're fine. Ooh. What the heck happened here? Beef with Leaf. Mac, is that your like secret channel, Max? You're like anonymous. Your anonymous YouTube channel, Beef with Leaf. You know, there was a book recently published about the Leaf set called Relief. So maybe you need to release Beef with Leaf. All right. These are my little title cards to remind myself of things that I don't yet have that I have to do. Like I have a section of this where I'm going to shoot some Leaf cards, but I haven't done it yet, so I have to put a little title card in here to remember. What's up, Mike, Sports History Collector? Look at all these wrench holders showing up. Reese, you have the Dell Ennis? Cool. That's a great card. I have a lot of Leaf, like non-star common Leaf cards that I'd like to get. But I would love to have the Robinson for starters and the Page and the Dobie. Let's see. What else am I going to work on? Can you guys hear music? I'm kind of hoping you can't, because if you can, this live stream will be shut down in like 5 minutes, and I'll get a warning from YouTube about copyright or whatever. Is there a harmonica in your timeline? That's the music. Hopefully you guys can't hear it too loud. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Max. So that happens a lot, right? Whenever you have a break, whenever you're super busy and then suddenly you have a period of time, your body sort of recognizes it and says, "Oh, now's the time to get sick because we have a block of time to do it." Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad it's not audible because I don't feel like dealing with YouTube. Here's a great shot of Jackie signing autographs outside his home. It's been fun looking for it's always fun looking for photographs. I always try to find a mix of photographs that maybe you've seen before, but ideally stuff that perhaps is not as commonly seen. Um, and then of course there's like, I have to do this in this video, right? I haven't figured this one out yet in terms of the background, but just morphing it into that card. Maybe I can. What should I put? Okay, so here's a question for the chat. What should I put behind Jackie here? Because I don't like that it's just the photograph. I'd like it to be sitting on something. What should I put behind Jackie? Chris, I don't want to be a wrench holder. I want to be the one with the duct tape. we, I would love to hand. If there was a duct tape option, there should be more options to hand out in live streams. Mike Ebbetsfield in the background. That's a great idea. And I actually have Ebbetsfield in the background of another area, but in that case, it was a postcard. So maybe I can find another shot. Here, let me go try to find one. That's a great idea, Mike. Let's see. I'm going to get an interior and an exterior, like an inside the ballpark, outside the ballpark. Just to have some options. Here's a cool. See, now here's the problem when I do this. It's like I just go down this rabbit hole and find all these great images. I know y'all can't see them. I'll bring them in here in a second. Let's see. Ebbets Field last game. Seriously, when you do this kind of stuff, you just go down these rabbit holes, start reading about stuff that has nothing to do with what you're doing. That's kind of a cool image. It's always cool to see like a different angle that you're not used to seeing. That's nice. Okay, I think I found enough here. I'm listening to the Field of Dreams soundtrack if you haven't been able to guess yet. All right, let's see if any of these work. So Jackie. I think so. I think it worked. All right, so here's an interesting angle. What's up? What's up, Dan? Yeah, I know, right? I'm messing everybody's sense of routine off. Can I find you a photo of Kurt Flood, Scott? No, I believe you're perfectly capable of handling that on your own. You know exactly how to do that. Yes, if all the wrench holders are on screen, the chat is going to be like Lord of the Flies. I totally agree, Dan. But honestly, even when the wrench holders are not on screen, that's how the chat is. So I think it'll be fine. So there's this image, which is kind of cool. And I'll just throw it behind Jackie real quick just to sort of do a test. And I'm not going to, I think it should be black and white. I don't know, maybe not. And then at some point it would have to disappear and then transition. So I would have to, let's see, what am I going to do here? Let's put this up here. And then this would have to go away. So there's the Schaefer sign, but I could also just make it, so there's this angle. Maybe the Schaefer sign is too distracting. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to, and then, I could go with this, although, well, let me just drop it on here. I'm going to try to get the facade. Yeah, that's kind of epic. I like that. And then what I would do is blur the background here. Let's see this one. I think I like that better with the sky. The other thing I want to do, I think, is darken this. Max is really trying to to get this off topic. Max, who is this card? You can't just send me the close up. You gotta send me the whole card. Send me the whole card, and then we'll talk. Is it Dom? Dom DiMaggio? Okay, so Max would like to take a break from this editing and talk about the 1949 Leaf Dom DiMaggio, and I'm one to indulge Max's ideas. What do you guys think? Max is asking me to defend this card. I'm interested in the chat's hot takes on this card. It's a miracle he ever hit the ball based on that card. I think Dom needs new glasses. I don't know. It seems like he can see. Like, his eyes look focused. You know, maybe he's watching. He's watching a ball land in the gap, guys. Let's not assume the worst. Oh, now you're reaching, Max. You're reaching. His hands look like they're combined into one. What about his cap? The cap is, to me, what's interesting. It's kind of like a cone. Anyway, thanks. Thanks, Max. Yeah, that's not a card I'll be going after, probably. I forgot to color his belt. Jeez. Man. They needed you on the QC team back in 1949. Those are the X-ray glasses you sent for the back in the back of comic books, right? Oh. I wonder if I want to get rid of these borders. Yeah, I think I might. And then I'll add a blur or a drop shadow. Yeah. Hey, John. Yeah, I'm just kind of doing this off the cuff. I'm using DaVinci Resolve, which is free. There is a subscription version or a paid version, but the free version is perfectly adequate. You're not missing much with the free version. This is still a work in progress. It's a section where it's kids watching TV, and I just put this in last night. Actually, it's like Mantle, Maze, Stan, and Jackie. Might as well do this one. I've been waiting to wrap my head around this one. Keep the borders, really. Uh, Scott, I just looked at that after I stepped away from it. Yeah, I just didn't like the that you're watching those white lines disappear because you got another set of white lines coming in. But just for you, I'll look at it one more time. All right, Scott, if I get complaints in the video about those borders, I'll just blame it on you. I'm just kidding, of course. It's such a nitpicky thing, but it's fun. I enjoy the nitpicky stuff. Um, all right. True. True, Scott. Yeah, I agree. It was just that moment when it's leaving. Like I agree. I like it right there. It's that moment when it's leaving and the card is coming in that I don't like the lines. But honestly, who cares? It's totally fine. And maybe since you keep harping on it, I'll blame you. Uh, Hold on, guys. I got another phone call coming in. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Sorry about that. Not that you really are that enthralled with this. This is even less of a live stream than Card Room Live, right? Um, yeah, I mean, I appreciate you guys saying that. Um, Nobody has to do this, right? Like, I mean, if YouTube has proven anything, you don't. There is no one way to do anything, and you certainly don't have to do this. I don't do this because I think I need to, or because my channel needs it. I do it because I love to do it. Um, and I like to think that the effort that I put into it will make the video uh, entertaining and pleasing to watch. But even if I don't get the views, I still get the satisfaction of just like I enjoy the process. I really truly enjoy the process. But you don't have to do this, right? And this is one. I mean, my schedule's gotten crazy. I can't make as many videos as I once did, but I've gotten to the point now where if I am going to do a video, um, I want to go all in on it to make it worthwhile for me. And hopefully makes it worthwhile for whoever's watching it too. All right, Scott, fine. I'll leave the board. Like, imagine if I had Scott sitting in here. I'd never get anywhere. I thought it was hard enough on my own. Well, Scott puts a lot of thought and time into his videos as well. Not, everybody does, right? But it's just different depending on your approach. What was I doing? Oh yeah, this needs to go. I actually like doing this kind of stuff. Once you get the process down, like this kind of stuff, just like animating the pictures, it's kind of mindless and it's therapeutic. I can get my mind off of everyday life stuff. If I'm super busy with other stuff in life, I can just come in here and animate some baseball cards, and that's my way of chilling out. This is a whole other set that I don't have anything from, but having put this video together, I'm looking at these Bond Bread cards differently. Really complicated set with all sorts of quirks and imposters and year differences and all kinds of stuff. I'm only briefly touching. In fact, I don't think I even mentioned any of that in this video. It's just too much. I didn't want this to become a Bond Bread video, so I really kind of skip over that stuff. I just want to see the cards. It's not really about the Bond Bread cards, but I did want to talk about them and show them. Now Scott's texting me. Hey, it's good to see. Good to see you, Rob. And Rob, you definitely. I definitely appreciate the amount of effort that you put into your videos. It's not just the videos themselves, but the amount of research and time that you put into figuring out the topic and sharing all the details. You got to love the process if you're going to do it. I appreciate it, Mookie. Borderless Jackie would ruin this video. No cards were harmed. No, they were photoshopped. They were cleaned up. They were animated, but they were uh, lovingly dealt with. Appreciate it, John. Yeah. Well, I mean, at this rate, I might only get 4 videos done this year. I've got one done, and I'm hoping this one's going to be done in I don't know. I'm afraid to guess. Maybe a couple weeks, maybe sooner. We'll see what happens. But honestly, it's if you enjoy it, that's all that matters. You enjoy doing it. I didn't do the first one. What the heck? Oh, I started doing it and then I got distracted. No, I did do it. Never mind. There it is. I think I didn't do this one yet. Yeah, I got to do this. Is the last one. All right. So these are only how many are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of what? I think there's like 12, or maybe somebody in here knows. They're like 12 or 13 Bond Bread Robinson cards. There's the original one, which is this one. I believe that's the original one. If anybody in here is a Bond Bread expert, you can correct me. I'm pretty sure this is the original one. And then for a while, people believed that these were all released at the same time, but they weren't. They were released over a period of a few years. And I think there's 13 in total. But I didn't. At one point, I thought, should I get all 13 and put them on? I was like, I'll just to get these and like clean them up and get them ready for this was a lot. And I was like, that's enough. I don't need to show every single card. It's not, like I said, this is not really a Bond Bread deep dive at all. I'm going to mention it, but this video is not really about Bond Bread. All right, so now that they're all animated, they're going to come on the screen much faster. And I'm just kind of doing this by eye. I'm not really, I should maybe be more precise with it, but whatever. Just kind of feel it out. Yeah, like maybe that's too fast. I don't know. This is the kind of stuff that gets adjusted once the narration goes in. But I like having it kind of done so that when I do put the narration in, I can really just start tightening stuff up. These have just been sitting on a black background, and I kind of felt like the black background was a good idea just because there's so many cards, and I didn't want to make it distracting. But I am up for any ideas if people think there should be something sitting behind these cards. I could put like a black and white, another black and white like Ebbets Field photograph behind there out of focus. Just something so it's not black. But honestly, I don't really mind the black. I feel like it keeps the focus on the cards. What's up, Jesse? Yeah, you just need to see a few slices. We know what the rest of the love looks like. I like that movie. I'll add that to the narration. That's a good idea, Mike. Just like not even a baseball background, just like a sky or something. Cloudy day. This is the next one I got to do. This one was fun to put together. All of these are all individual elements. This is part of the video where I'm talking about like how there was very little memorabilia from his rookie year, in part because he initially was dissuaded from signing any promotional contracts or doing any advertisements or marketing things with anybody. Which is why like Bond Bread is one of the only like known endorsements. But so what there is from his rookie year is pretty scarce. But I sort of pulled together a few things. There's this pretty rare card from, I think it's from when he's with the Montreal Royals. I found a ticket from his first game in 47. And then there were a lot of buttons, and even the buttons are hard to really pinpoint as to exactly when they were released. These ones I'm fairly confident are from 47, but they might be like 48, 49. Buttons are a whole other like niche, right? Memorabilia niche. So I'm going to bring these guys in. And this is the one I was talking about earlier. Mike with the Ebbets Field backdrop. It's actually a postcard. I think it looks nice. So let's see. I think I'll start with the card. Maybe I should start with a ticket since it's in the background. Yeah, I'll start with that. Well, I didn't really know what was going to happen, but apparently I'm going to animate everything today, which is good because if I can get that done, it makes shoot, why did I do that? It makes moving forward a little easier. Shoot, what am I doing? Buttons are very tempting. Like if I were a player collector, all these vintage buttons are kind of cool. You can put together a little display for your favorite player. But I mean, there's only so much you can do with your hobby dollar, right? Can't collect everything. Let's see. Bondbread is the only card my neighbor and I could find in order for me to travel back in time. It's funny because we forgot to talk to each other and bid each other up a bit on eBay. Maybe we can animate Scott. Scott is totally animated already. He does not need any further animation. Let's see. And then there's one more. This one was definitely, well, I shouldn't say definitely, but so far as I can tell, this button is from 47 because it references Jackie telling or like an article that he participated in for the Brooklyn Eagle about his start with the Dodgers. That didn't work. What happened to that one? Oh, there it goes. Cool. And all of this, you know, is subject to change once the narration gets put in here. But this, I like, it's easier to do the narration when I can kind of see something in here already, and then I can adjust it. Sometimes when I'm doing the narration, I realize like there's a whole part of what I wrote. It's like, I don't need to say that. I'll just like delete the whole thing. But I can't really figure that out. Well, I try to, but I can't really figure it out until I've got something to look at in the timeline. There's going to be a whole section of this video that goes into this Time magazine article. Some of you guys know I have you probably can't see it on my wall, but like way back over here, I have the Time magazine that Jackie was on the cover for in 47 after he won Rookie of the Year. And the article goes into what his year was like. And for the times, it's pretty remarkable how much insight the writer had about the weight of what he was dealing with. Even in 47, they could see the impact and have a sense of what it meant. And so there's going to be a whole section of that, but I have to get the magazine off the wall, and I'm going to film it. That's a whole other thing. This user has been banned from the chat. What's up, Orlando? Do I do the narration in one take? Absolutely not. My narration is usually, Jackie Robinson, son of a bitch, and then I start over. Jackie Robinson, Jackie, and then I. So no, I don't do it in one take. Sometimes I do if I'm lucky. I'll try to get it as clean as I can in one take, but then I'll go back and I'll edit it out. I'll edit out pauses, and I I don't do the whole narration at once. I'll do like a few sentences and then I'll stop, and then a few sentences and then I'll stop, and then because there's way too anybody that, I mean, you all know this when you're doing a video, especially those of you that hit record and just go. I mean, I do that. I have done that. And there's a lot going on in your head. Like, okay, I've got things I want to talk about and I'm trying to remember all that stuff. And there's like points that you want to make and topics that you want to touch on. And if you're also trying to talk about facts and figures and records and historical things, boy, it's really hard to do it all in one shot and get it all perfect, right? So if you want it to be concise, to me, the only way to do it is to like do it in chunks and then go back and edit it. I mean, otherwise, my I don't know. My videos would be, my videos are long, but I think they'd be even longer if I didn't do that, because it's just really tough to get all that stuff out in one shot. Here's another one of these animations of Jackie transitioning into the card. It's less perfect, or I should say it lines up. It doesn't line up as perfect because I've discovered that the leaf card is slightly different from the photograph it's based on, but it's pretty close. Like the photograph is the same, but when they did the leaf card, they like slightly, I don't know, something happened in the printing or whatever, or in the transfer. But this is another one where I should probably put something in the background. Should I do the same background that I did for the Bowman card? Would that be nice? Uniformity. Let me just go grab it and we can try it out. Can anybody guess the soundtrack if you're able to hear it? Can anybody guess the soundtrack? If you can, there will not be a prize, but I'll be impressed. What do you guys think? Should I keep the same background for the Leaf Jackie photograph? I have to crop the edges because now I can see them. Is this considered a show? No. This is even less of a show than the other, which is not a show. Drop shadow. Yeah, it definitely looks better with a background. Now I got to figure out this transitional moment. Yeah, it's a guided it's a guided tour of the sausage factory. Oh well, see, I didn't even question the edges now because if I'm going to keep them on the first image, I have to keep them on this. I'm not even going to dare question that. Does the Bowman card have a drop? It does. Well, then the Leaf card has to have it too. John, it doesn't really take this long. It's probably taking longer because Max is terrorizing the chat, and I'm getting phone calls and text messages. I mean, to be honest with you, if I really wanted to like knock this out, I could probably knock it out uh, in a day or two, maybe if I had the time. But I also don't really rush myself. I like to kind of sit with it, take my time with it, just because it's fun to sit with. Oh, let's see. Found all these great shots of like there's some of these are like family photos of Jackie meeting with kids on the field and before and after games. And this one's awesome. It's like him on his stoop signing autographs. Um, Almost every section is now like in the timeline in terms of visuals. There's some stuff I still have to find. There's some I gotta I gotta shoot that Time magazine and some other stuff, but a lot of it nah, there's still stuff to do. There's still stuff to do. Hey, Rick, have a great time, and yeah, bring us back some Twinkies. That's really great. Um, Max, I hope you feel better, and I look forward to your next text tirade. This great shot of Jackie outside of Ebbets Field. Oh, this is great. Just finally see this done. Uh, Yeah, that's good. I should probably work on this. These are all just sort of placeholders. I don't really know how long these are going to be yet. I should probably animate this one. Well, I think I'm probably going to stop there for now, guys. There's some other stuff I got to do for this, but not necessarily in the timeline. So I'll probably leave it here for now. Appreciate you guys jumping on for this completely random live stream. On a side note, if anybody ever does want to chat about ideas or channels, not channels, ideas or videos or any of that kind of stuff, I love talking about that kind of stuff. So feel free to reach out to me about it. But yeah, we'll be back at 8:00 with a wrench holder summit. So I hope to see some of you guys tonight at 8 for some cards and some shenanigans. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Take a break from sports cards and come back tonight. Take care.